Now, some people are immediately suggesting, oh, Trump must be on the Epstein list. Well, wait a second. If President Trump was on the Epstein list and there was something compromising in it, why didn't Joe Biden release that when he was president for the 4 years?
There's just no way they out here blatantly insulting our intelligence like this after all these years.
You know, I saw your appearance at CPAC with Ben and with Ted Cruz. And one of the things that you alluded to, and this is something Donald Trump has talked about, the DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh, my gosh?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, we'll check back with you.
Yes, this is blowing up on social media like never before. This is the end of this topic. Laura tweeted this. I told you Blondie was a liar. Extremely concerning. The informations we are getting. As you publish an article today, exclusive, President Trump Justice Department and FBI have concluded they have no evidence that Epstein blackmailed powerful figures, kept a client list, or was, according to a memo detailing the findings obtained by Ancios. That is extremely concerning. People are not believing this, and it has triggered reactions from both sides. Conservatives are reacting to this, while liberals are picking the topic up. Extremely concerning. It is important I show you some videos before we go into the full analysis of what is actually going on. If you love what I'm doing here, subscribe, share the video. There's just no way they out here blatantly insulting our intelligence like this. After all these years, all of a sudden, now Epstein has no client list and 100% the enhanced footage right after conveniently AI gets unnoticeable to be human-made or computer-made. And right after Elon Musk drops a tweet saying, y'all never gonna release the list because Trump is all over it. But now, all of a sudden, he had no client list, and Ghislaine Maxwell and him is the only two people that's guilty. I wasn't born yesterday. I'm not an idiot. I need answers. All this by his lonesome. He flew with people to his island just to go chill, and then when everybody would leave, he'd just get all the kids to himself. I'm sorry. He a Mephistophelian character, but that man was known somebody and was doing some vociferous shit with some high-level people, and now all of a sudden, DOJ and FBI, oh, nobody else is on the list. And he committed watching you. Elon said enough is enough. I'm starting my own party, man. I'm getting Mark Cuban, Thomas Massey, some people from the left, some people from the right. We about to cook up because I feel like enough people is tired for both of y'all bull. I do agree, but no, it's just a little too late. I'm just saying, son.
Hey, remember that Jeffrey Epstein client list that the Republicans wouldn't shut up about? They insisted every single Democrat of noteworthiness was on it. Yeah, that doesn't exist now. It was never a thing. It didn't exist. It was just a legend. It's amazing what facts are no longer facts once you have a Republican in the office of the presidency. The DOJ and the FBI released a memo saying that Jeffrey Epstein's client list never existed, that in fact and no one else was there. So it wasn't some giant conspiracy cover-up that they've all been screaming about since it happened. The wildest part about all of this is that the lore isn't lore. We can just go to the internet and see what they said. There's clips of these Republicans, like Attorney General Pam Bondi, saying that the client list is currently on her desk for review. What do you mean it was on your desk and now it doesn't exist? Did you confuse it with a Wendy's menu? Like you were ordering lunch and like, ooh, I thought that was Jeffrey Epstein's client list. My bad, I'll have a double with cheese. Like, what? That's, for me, that's some of the most aggravating and frustrating and annoying parts about this is that these Republicans are looking us in the face and acting as if we're supposed to just believe that none of this was discussed for years. Ma'am, I have the internet. We can go back to confirmation hearings where Kash Patel's like, I'm going to be so transparent. I'm going to share it all out with everyone day one. Some of the most anticlimactic Republican antics I've ever seen. And then when their Republican base was like screaming on Twitter, demanding a list, demanding all the evidence, because you know they love a good conspiracy there. Suddenly, Kash Patel starts distancing himself. He's like, just There's no conspiracy. Just give us a week. We'll be right with you. And then he was like, oh wait, but nothing to see here. And MAGA's like, what? That was last month. So to recap, we went from there's a client list, we're gonna expose everybody on it and everyone's going to jail, to performative publicity stunt with a bunch of Republican influencers. They gave them binders full of redacted pages that said absolutely nothing, and we know it was pretty bad because the Attorney General Pam Bondi's like, what? There's nothing in here. To the DOJ and FBI saying there's no client list. No conspiracy. Look over there. They're not even exploring the child essay. Like, they're just closing the book on this. It's done. So much for Republican transparency.
Yes, consecutive continue to ask questions about this whole situation. When you take a look at what Laura sent out here, who released a statement about the Epstein files on the Sunday night of 4th of July weekend. That is a question mark. Someone who doesn't want you paying attention, right? Elon Musk did not hold back. He tweeted this: we will release the Epstein list. He went further: we just need more time. The Epstein list is on my desk. There is no Epstein list at the end of the day. So you can understand, people now believe what Elon Musk said a few weeks ago. Like, they will not release this because of this, that. Now look at the end result of this. After people spend years talking about this.
Conservatives explode at botched Epstein document rollout complete disappointment. Okay? And Vinny's one of them. Rob, is that a clip that you have?
Here we go.
I want to go to the next one and then we'll wrap it up if you have this. Is this Jesse?
I have Jesse Waters and I also have Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi discusses a dump trunk full of documents.
Okay, I saw this
off.
one. Go ahead and play this clip. Go for it.
We all did. And the FBI handed over a couple hundred pages of documents. But, you know, Sean, I gave them a deadline of Friday at 8 a.m. to get us everything. And a source had told me where the documents were being kept. Southern District of New York, shock. So we got them all by, hopefully all of them, Friday at 8 a.m. Thousands of pages of documents. I have the FBI going through them, and Cash is also, now that we have Cash here, it's a game changer, of course, and Cash is going to, Director Patel, is going to get us a detailed report as to why the FBI withheld all of those documents.
Okay, I want to be clear because I think people got frustrated because they were expecting more. You were expecting more, and you didn't find out less than 24 hours before the release. You got a whistleblower that confirmed that there were way more documents that they were supposed to turn over, and then you found out just before that.
Well, sure. And you're looking at these documents going, these aren't all the Epstein files. You know, there were flight logs, there were names and victims' names. And we're going, where's the rest of the stuff? And that's what the FBI had turned over to us. And so a source said, whoa, all this evidence is sitting in the Southern District of New York. Yep. So based on that, I gave them the deadline, Friday at 8, a truckload of evidence arrived. It's now in the possession of the FBI. Cash is going to get me and himself, really, a detailed report as to why all these documents and evidence had been withheld. And, you know, we're going to go through it as fast as we can, but go through it very cautiously to protect all the victims of Epstein, because there are a lot of victims.
Well, you had identified in...
Then the next one you have is there anything different with Jesse, Rob, or no?
You see exactly why people will always have trust issues. As a result of this, they spend years talking about this, giving hopes to people. Oh, list is coming out. War is on my deck. You know, every single day, people keep waiting just to get up on a Monday morning. Boom, they're releasing these. It's insane, right? It's actually a problem. There is no single person that I've seen on social media agreeing with Trump administration on this. People I know, they are real supporters. They are going against this. They say they're hiding something. Who am I to go beyond that? I'm just reporting the news so you can see exactly what is going on here. I don't want to make the video long. Thank you. God bless you abundantly. If you see my videos, you will notice short clips behind. That is for the YT algorithm. They hardly recommend videos on this channel. So please share the video.
people line up for my advice. And you're walking away like I'm stupid. It's like,
why don't we choose more carefully who we're going to lionize?
Why marriage, infertility, trying to have kids makes things difficult. It's like
she's seriously depressed about how hard it is to live in the White House.
Post this morning alleging that since I said I will prevail.
It also shouldn't be racial.
Require Carmelo to run. He had
100.
Has been overwhelming. The lies in their amplification.
This is not going to end. Right is right and wrong is wrong. All good.
If you see any clips after this, that is just for the YouTube algorithm.
What if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense because kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution.
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you...
Because she's fearful of what might happen to her.
Followers for anything. And then the
Registration Act is
talking about
term, and you will be very...
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does.
And black people don't want to live around ratchet black.
How bad is his reputation going to be?
But it did cause me some issues, for sure.